Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at the first canceled car I've acquired in 2020, probably the last, and that is Andy Gearsdale. Now, this is not a factory custom Andy Gearsdale, as far as, well, I can tell there's several differences between this one and the factory custom one, which is quite common. There's quite a few. There's like Blizzard, there's normal, there's like jungle or something. This one is much different than those, and there's several differences, and it can also confirm that is real by looking at the base right there. The factory custom ones would only have Disney Pixar made in China, and none of that 2012 Mattel, any of that other stuff. So this is by far the biggest canceled car I have. The second biggest would probably be the Mood Springs cab, and I guess Outback Miles is also pretty large, but nothing compared to this guy. This guy is an absolute beast. He's actually probably one of the biggest cars in my collection, excluding, of course, haulers and all that. You also have quite a few similarities between him and some other cars, I guess. So, I'm not 100% like sure how close they are exactly, but I guess you can sort of loop them in, and that is Corporal Kim, and you do have Captain Moonier as well, but since Captain Moonier isn't exactly a big old SUV truck guy like Andy or Kim, I'm not gonna really show him. So the biggest difference between this guy and the factory customs is the eyes. Now on the factory customs, you actually have, I'm not sure what it is, it's like tan instead of the camouflage eyes. In the movie, I'm not exactly sure what they are, but I actually have, I put them in a book that I made like when I was very young. I don't know why I made it and bought it off some website. But there's the prototype picture for Andy from 2012. You can see he actually has the tan eyes. And that's not how he was released. He was released with the camouflage eyes, which I actually think look a lot better, as the factory customs kind of wonky. And in the movie, I think they were sort of a mix between camo and the tan eyes. The only big difference is the tires on the factory customs. The tires are a lot bigger when it comes to like the rims. You can go look at, I think there's a few videos on the factory custom Andy Gearsdale. And I think this might be the first video on a real Andy Gearsdale. The front, like the cab part, appears to be, I want to say it's metal. I'm not exactly too skilled on like unibodies, all that stuff, but I can definitely tell that this front part is a lot heavier, and this rear truck cab part, it feels closer to plastic, a lot lighter. On the back, nothing too, I guess, crazy. You have the bar at the bottom, the 4 rear taillights. I guess those are hazard lights above those. And this is probably my oldest canceled car, which is, I guess it's really cool to have like one that's not from like 2017. Obviously it's cool to have any canceled car, but to have one that predates like modern cars, that is certainly really cool. The oldest one before this that I had would be Outback Miles Axelrod from 2016, and this guy is from 2012, although I guess I can't exactly confirm that. I think there was a chance that I think there was some like rumor that he was coming out in 2017. I can't like confirm it or anything, but he was. I feel like someone did say that he was rumored to come out that year. And another thing I noticed is on the bottom you have 2012 Mattel, which I did point out before, and there's very few cars that actually include a year on the bottom. When I first got him, I actually looked at several different cars to see, and only one of them had a year on the bottom, and that was Chewbacca Red, which is an interesting one. His said 2014, which is not a license year. The license years would be 2016, 2011, and then of course 2006, which means 2021 is the next license year, which I have pointed out in a few previous videos. So that means that if he were to be a 2017 release, and he did have the date thing on the bottom, I think he'd be more likely to have the 2016 date stamp, or the date. Of course, they renewed it in 2016 because of Cars 3's release the year later. And I guess another cool difference between Andy, the real one, and the fake Andy is that the camouflage on the fake Andy tends to be a lot, the colors are a lot darker, and it tends to be lots of big splashes together, whereas on the real Andy, it is a bunch of big and small and just a huge combination of different things. Another thing I did notice is the painted like mud flaps and whatever that is on the front there, which I think is an interesting detail. Actually, the factory customs did that too, so that is an interesting fact that they the factory customs actually did that, but not the actual like eyes or anything. I guess they tried too hard to copy the prototype image, which of course was supposed to come out in 2012. And I think the big reason why this guy was canceled because he's like nowhere close to fitting in a deluxe package. Like he is. I think he might be even. I think he's about the same width or the length of a deluxe package. Of course, he's a pretty tall deluxe as well. Of me, that's pretty much the main reason why there is deluxe cars. But he is a lot longer. I'm guessing the reason that he got canceled because they realized that he was way too big to fit in the packaging. It would be cool if they released whatever it's called, but what's the like a pack that included all the cars that like shot up in the army. So anyways, that is the real Andy Gearsdale. Very cool canceled car. I'm not sure if he'd be my favorite, but he's certainly my favorite that I've gotten like in the past few years. Actually, he might be number one. Amira is probably up there. I mean, 2016, no, 2008, 19, it was 5, but they were all sort of variants and stuff, but they're all still really cool, and I think this guy's really cool. He probably will be my favorite. But anyways, that pretty much concludes today's video on the canceled Andy Gearsdale. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.